hope somebody will come back with me. So, by the way, the track I started out with was the second track on the album. I'm going to be releasing these tracks as the weeks go on, once this is all done, as well as premiering the video. So I'm really sorry, Lysol. Let's start with your track again, and you can tell me if it is working. I really hope so, because it sounds healthy in the browser.
Rising from the ashes of this wildfire. Am I just a token of a burning desire? Am I everything you thought to be? Everything you thought to be. Couldn't see it coming. Am I just an orphan here in space-time? Accidental by design in the black zone. In the black zone. Music falling earth with my first breath. Am I really come to life or just a concept? Am I running in the darkness with truth so empty? Falling for some meaning. Am I just an open here in space-time? Accidental by design in the black zone. In the black zone.
Ooh, that was some heat. Oh, 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 oh. Back on my desktop, I have some little fun things. I got my effects pedal here, which is sometimes how I write music, and I have a lot of other things. So actually, I'm also going to put the lyrics on the screen during this next one and maybe tell you a little bit more and break down every line and how it goes. But next one, for a totally different direction, let's go with, oh my gosh, we listened to this one and it was epic. So I'm not gonna, that one was already a favorite. So let's go to one that we haven't heard yet. This is Hansomnia. Hansomnia. Did we hear this one? I feel like we did because I remember the FL Studio cover. All right, No, we're going to start with this because I know this one just came across this morning, so I know I haven't played it yet. Ausens. All right. Ausens, shuts out anyways.
On and on and outlier, rising from the ashes of this wildfire. Am I just taking another burning just an orphan here in space-time, accident or by design, in the black swan. Senses are gone, signals beyond, in the black swan that carries on. Calling us with my first breath. Black swan, senses are gone, the signals beyond, in the black swan that carries on, in the black swan.
Tasty, I gotta say. There's some really cool musicality. There's some really good like percussive elements. I really, really like the way that that's put together. And yeah, I mean, there's still entries coming in. We actually have till midnight PST, give or take. So, so yeah, I really wanted to also, well, we'll get into that in a bit. Let's just talk a little bit about the lyrics for this. So again, I'm based on financial events. It is a story though. It's not just a bunch of words. And let me show you. And I showed this on the stream. This is actually the highest price valued NFT I have. It has a physical object attached to it, which is the journal that I made for this project, all done in calligraphy. It's one of my childhood I have no friends, parents give me something to do skills. I mean, nothing has changed, right? But this is actually also how I focus and how I write. So what I did is I kept this journal. I started writing out just all the crypto finance terms that really engaged me, right? And I just wrote, just kind of meditated and got them in my head. And then all these really cool ones stuck out, right? Interplanetary file system, atomic swap, space time. These are all crypto finance terms. And that's when I started thinking about this girl just existing inside the blockchain. And so that is all these lyrics are referential. So Black Swan, a Black Swan event is a catastrophic event, right? That no one sees, but everyone says in hindsight was totally predictable, like the financial crisis, like COVID, right? So here's the lyrics to Black Swan. This is how I wrote them out. And we have outlier. That is what a Black Swan event is. It is an outlier. It is a weird thing no one expected to happen, rising from the ashes of this wildfire. Basically how I imagined, if you hear the intro of the original, it's just kind of chaotic. And actually, I can show you in the Ableton project, it's there's like a crazy, I don't do this super often, to be honest with you, but there's just this weird tempo ramp. I really wanted to get the feeling of like the ashes of the financial crisis. And so I have all these weird, these are like, this is one of my favorite, this Vital, you gonna play for me? No? Okay. It's like a bass I made out of Uniswap and everything. So I was just trying to paint this picture of this absolute chaos, right? And so then we have, am I just a token? See what I did there? Crypto, token of your burning desire. That was from me discovering that finance and trading is actually very crazy and emotional, just as much as musicians. And that was the genesis, pun intended, of this Cryptowaves project. Emotions rule ups and downs, which can be translated to sound. Am I everything you thought I'd be? Couldn't see it coming. That's what a Black Swan event is. You didn't see it coming. You tell everyone later that you could see it coming, but you didn't. Am I just an orphan here in space-time? So the orphan block, which is the character's name, an orphan block is a piece of blockchain that's kind of just floating out in nothing, not attached to anything else. Space-time, that is another crypto finance term. If you look up proof of space-time, it is it's basically just a super nerdy protocol thing, right? And this is a teaser for what I'm going to be taking you through when I do Cryptowaves, the show, which is going to come on, and I'm going to tell you about all kinds of wild finance stuff because I'm learning it too, and just how it works, and also do sound design. So proof of space-time, let's a means of proving that a network participant has allocated available storage space to a network over a given time period to show financial interest. So, not necessarily as sexy as it sounds, but whatever. Accident or by design. This is my self-actualizing operatic moment of achieving sentience, right? Figuring out that I exist. In the music video, you can see that I like look down at my hands as a robot. We can actually, let's tease a little bit of that right here, right? So here I am coming to life. Ooh, we'll show more of that later. So I'm gonna actually break it up so that I'm not just like a talking head, and let's like play another one and I will get you to the next verse in between the other ones. So we're gonna go with MRD4.
Outlier, rising from the ashes of this wildfire. Am I just a token of a burning desire? come to life or just a concept.
Let's talk about verse 2, right? Or the chorus, right? The Black Swan. In the Black Swan event, senses are gone, signals beyond. No one knows what's going on. Life carries on. You pick up and you go. Then in the second verse, tears like falling knives. So falling knives, right? If you really actually wonder and you just kind of Google stuff like this, you'll see. So falling knife describes a stock which has experienced a rapid decline in value in a short amount of time. Just like a falling knife, you don't want to catch these companies on their way down. So in the music video, there's actually, in this part, I am standing in a really dismal kind of Blade Runner planet, and there are little knives raining on me, which I think is pretty cool. And then the rest of it is more self-actualizing. Am I really come to life for a concept? Am I mining? See what I did there? In the darkness for truth so empty, fumbling for some meaning. And that's it. Next, we have this ASAC remix. I remember this one being kind of a heater. Ooh, a lot of these. You guys are making it really hard.
Ashes of this wildfire. Am I just a token of the burning desire? black swan. Senses are gone. Black swan. Like every song. Black swan. Senses are
Definitely won't be letting all of them run this long, but yeah, if they're good like this, let's like sit in there and people go back and check out the favorites. I'm also streaming on Instagram for like 4 people who can't figure out that Twitch is a better place to be. You can see stuff. Next up, we got an old school EDMP member, Knew Nothing, and I saw that he resubmitted. So this is a new version, and I liked the first one I heard. So let's check it out. Knew Nothing. And by the way, the genres in this have been so fantastic. I am so pleased by how many different styles are coming in. Like, this is mad. Thank you so much. And yeah, if you're on Instagram, please join on Twitch. Don't watch here. honestly, because this is so fresh. Like, it doesn't sound like my sound, but it does. But to me, that's so key of what a remix should be like. So key. I mean, taking something and making something completely new. And Nathaniel said it. We've heard a lot of remixes, and wow, this one is so different. I can't say enough how nice it is to have like a really fresh perspective, and especially from, yeah, somebody that I've been watching produce for a long time. All right. So I feel like we played this purple remix. I wish there was somebody around who would remember, but um, let's play it real quick anyways. I may skip through it only because I think we've heard it before, but let's check it out. And yeah, anyone joining me across platforms, we got chats going on in Audius. We got chats going on in EDMP on both the Discords. Come in and talk, hang out. This is about community. This really is.
Ashes of this wildfire. Am I just a token of a burning desire?
Some good parts to it. I think it's a little bit undeveloped compared to some of the other ones we heard. And please, again, if you're listening, I love all of you and I appreciate all of your efforts so much. And like I said, we got 50 remixes. So I may be a little bit harsher now than we're going to be later. But right, if I hear something that's the mix is a little bit needing to be tweaked and there's a bit more detail, I'm going to kind of skip through it. So here's some ones we played already. This one is brand new. I know this one just came in today. And this is by Brightech. So I think they said that they were Canadian as well. Shouts out to Canada. And let's check this one out. right, cool. That one's pretty cool. I really like the energy in that one. There's something a little bit clouded in the mix still. Like there's a crispness, there's a high end. There's like something I want to hear there, but I really like the composition and the movement and the energy and super, super cool. Okay, so I don't know if we played this one. I feel like a lot of people found the same stock image of a black swan, and that's why it looks familiar. So let's check out Efflux for a moment, and if I already played them, whatever, we will get through. All right, this one is almost really awesome. It's a little bit strange. There's like a lot of cool elements in there, like there's like this like trappy kind of rolling intro. I really like the space in that. I think that was my favorite part. And then there's the weird EDM buildup that kind of felt like a little bit stuck on. And then this drop, I think you need to make your sounds move a little bit more. Like just move. As a sound design teacher, I'm just gonna be my put on my professor hat for a second and say that like there's a lot of little tiny automations and modulations you can do like within a patch to really make it move. You can use things like chaos oscillators, you can use multiple envelopes, anything to just create tiny bits of movement throughout the sound is good. So just something to try. All right, yeah, exactly. And static is a word that in the chat they're saying the bass is too static. That's what I mean. It should move a little bit more. So good, really good promise, some really good space, but again, like I think that needs to just go a little bit. Okay, so let's see what else. We got this Hari Teha remix, and I think I remember this one having a cool intro. And I just want to say, yeah, there's a lot of these, and a lot of you, I think I did say, it does say in the contest you have to use all four stems, but it doesn't say you have to use all of all four stems or all four stems in the exact order that they've come to you. I mean, the point is just that you could use like one tiny second of the bass and turn it into a lead pluck, and that would count. It's just about using some bits. So I think one of the things that is really going to make a track stand out for all of us who are judging, especially those of us who have to listen to like 30 in a row, is not hearing like the same intro, over and over and over again. So I think what I'm going to start doing in this is if I hear the intro and it's too similar, we are going to skip through it just like the old days when I used to go record shopping, all right? This is how we learned to be brutal because you only had so much time. You had to sign out the needle by like leaving your ID. I know that like 99% of people watching are like, what are you talking about? What language are you speaking? So we had these things called needles on these turntables, and we used to have to take them out from the counter because they could get damaged. And so you took them out and you would listen, and right away, if the intro was kind of boring, you would skip through because not only was it boring, but there was probably people waiting for that needle on the other side. So I'm going to kind of do that with this in my day. Yes, and I would like to play this one because I remember actually really liking the musicality of the intro and breakdowns, but let's see how the rest of it goes. So, I mean, a good track is going to have a little bit of everything, right? It's going to have a really compelling intro, some innovation, some creativity. I want to hear something that doesn't sound like it, right? So Today's winner at the moment, just of originality, is definitely Knew Nothing, because like that intro did not sound like anything I've heard. So let's hear this Hari Teha. The guitars, and I love all the other stuff. There's a lot of great things going on in that one. I see that Melly is in the chat, and then they have a remix here, so I'll play a little bit of that, and let's check it out.
On and on.
remixing thing, and he said not synced perfectly. I did notice that there are a few remixes, not a lot, but where the vocal kind of drifts in and out of sync, and I'm just wondering, like, I wonder what makes it hard. Is it because the original was really shuffly and everyone's trying to make it a little straighter? Like, I don't actually know because I made the song, so I'm totally just blind, right? But I think it sounds like some people had a hard time with it, and I'm just wondering why. So if there's any producers in the chat that kind of want to tell me like what was so hard. Okay, so my voice is quiet. I can fix that. Sorry, I get distracted easy. So yeah, no, that one's super cool. I actually really like that part around 2 minutes. I wish that came sooner because that was really dope. I want to go back up because I saw that XE Fusion was hanging around, and I feel like I heard their remix, but then I think they also submitted a new one. Let me look at the chat because there's way too many things going on. Too many chats. Okay, I'm sorry. I wish I had looked at the Twitch chat. I hope this should be a lot better. This is way louder in my ears anyways. Cool. Well, I think I want to go up and see because I saw this notification that oh, cool. Wow, there's two. Oh, there's so many. All right, we got to keep going. We got to keep going. I kind of wish that Audius didn't resort them because it's really hard to see where I'm at. Okay, I'm just gonna start. Okay, Kyun is a producer that I've seen before and really liked. So we're gonna play this one, and this one is one of the most recent ones that just came in. So let's see live, everyone, check it out. This one has a lot of dope things to it. The only thing that's bugging me a little bit is I think the mix could be a little smoother. Like some of the snares are very different, and it's noticeable. I keep noticing that there's two different snares, and some of lyrics are a little like undefined and watery compared to how good some of the sounds and the bass are. So I really do like a lot of this one, but I think that it needs a little bit of mix polishing. This Ian Fletcher one, this one I'm already gonna skip through it because I listened to it earlier. But seriously, there is so much good stuff in this. Okay, and this is my first no. You kind of just use the intro. Not cool. Not cool.
Outlier.
Okay.
Rising from the ashes of this wildfire.
Yeah, it's very similar, and this 808 is extremely muddy. But you're lucky because I listened to this earlier. And then here, it actually gets really cool. Off of this. This is different. This is totally something else. This is what I want to hear. Like, this is way more interesting to me than hearing my intro all over again, you know? What that's all about. So again, Ian, if you're out there, we love your drop. We just wish that the song was built off of that, right? So now somebody I saw earlier in the chat, I don't know if they're here now, but Aniset Akimoto, we were talking earlier, and I would love to get this dialogue going again on just like what inspired you to start your remix or remixing in general, and like tips and tricks, because remixing is such a really cool experience, right? I mean, you get given something and it is your job to make something beautiful and new out of it and still somehow pay tribute to the original. And Aniset Akimoto, I hope I'm saying that right, they were in the chat earlier, and they said something like, oh, well, in that case, I just happened to have my guitar and I was just strumming it at the moment I decided to do this remix, and looked down, and if that isn't what I was doing, that is not how I would have built the remix. So apparently this remix, I have the backstory, was built around strumming a guitar. Yeah, I'm going to read this message from earlier. I read the announcement as I was strumming. I listened to the track and found a riff to layer with the synth. I'm going to talk over this because it is kind of just my style. So it was quite unusual for me to proceed this way. I would not have done this way or even integrated if I had not read with the guitar. So where's the guitar? Don't do this to me. I'm going to skip through. All right, give us...
Rising from the ashes of this wildfire.
Oh, there it is.
Am I just a token of the burning desire? falling us with my first breath.
All right, I'm gonna go back and radio DJ over this one like a jerk because, man, I love where your head's at. I think that you need to mix with some reference tracks because the guitar, great idea, right? But it's so far in the back, I wouldn't even actually have noticed it was there if you didn't tell us the backstory, right? So also, the percussion is fantastic, but it's a little bit off, right? It's kind of clonking and it's sort of sitting in the front. Should have used more of that guitar and maybe pulled the bass and all the other stuff more to the front because really, truly wonderful idea in the drop. And again, intros, people, I'm going to fast forward through these intros that are just the same stems. So let's see, what else do we have here? And I'm just going to keep, this one is new, Patrick Schuyler. I feel like Patrick Schuyler is in our Discord. So shouts out, Patrick Schuyler. We're going to check you out. This was one of the latest submitted. Audius and chat with us. We love you all. We're all here to learn production together. Yeah, I really like this vibe, Patrick. This is super dope. You're mixing really clean, really pleasant to listen to. As a teacher, one of the things that I often say over and over again is about the silence between the notes, and I always feel like I'm the most pretentious, like something like Bots of New York spits out for like hipster professor algorithm. But seriously, space, very, very nice. I dig it. Yeah. Not much to say, but it's really nice to listen to my Sennheiser HD800S. Shout out to Sennheiser. These are like painfully accurate. Very cool. And next up, we actually have one of our own Discord admins, and I wouldn't have known. NV Feed, let's check out your chops. Kerrang! Shouts out. And again, anyone who's joining me here, don't watch here. This sucks. Come on Twitch. If you're on Instagram, come on Twitch. Come on Discord. Hang out with us.
Just a token of the burning desire.
like vintage glitch mobby kind of like groove to it. The only thing I'm hearing is like maybe there could be a lot more sparkle over the whole thing. These Sennheisers have a lot of high end, like maybe more than they should, but I can just really hear when stuff doesn't have it, you know? So the space is good though. You've definitely done a good job with getting spacing and pausing and everything. Sweet. Well, this is 4 minutes, so again, we're gonna move on, but a dope job with the space and with the groove. So we're gonna go to Ant Lol Q. Already, thank you for the intro. Like synthwave kind of retro pads. This is super good. I kind of wanted to do something a little more extreme. How does the chat feel? Have roots in Finland, so I feel terrible that I don't actually know. And he's done this very interesting art of my head on a. Is that supposed to be a swan? It kind of looks like a turkey. Did you put my head on a turkey?
Token of a burning desire. Am I everything you thought I'd be? Am I just an orphan here in space time?
I do think the vocals are a little bit loud compared to the drums and the bass.
Just a token of a burning desire. Am I everything you thought I'd be? Am I just an orphan here in space time? Couldn't see it coming. That's why.
Good elements in this one. Again, I do think that the vocals are a little loud and dry now. I would agree for sure. Chords are really good. Something that no one ever said to me until a few years into when I started producing that I think might help here. Like, I don't know, and you may not be a piano player like I am, but like because I'm a piano player and I played everything in, I used to just play notes in and I didn't really pay attention to necessarily like where they ended, even though I made sure where they started was good. And sometimes just like changing the length of your bass note so that it stops right at the snare, like I think that would help the first part. Actually like the last part better. So yeah, there's some really cool elements, and I hope this is helpful to people. You know, I'm definitely not sitting here just trying to like roast anyone or whatever. Like I enjoy all of these and I really enjoy analyzing stuff with you. So I'm gonna play, I think this is the only one that I really wanted to play that I haven't heard, and then maybe we can go back to some of the top ones. I'm also totally, because I have my good computer today, if anyone wants to like pick through, oh, and big shouts out to Kilohertz again. The grand prize winner of this contest gets the Kilohertz Ultimate Toolbox. So maybe let me like just take a break before I play this last one and show you some of my DAW, which is going on. So if anyone has any questions about how I made any of the specific parts, this is the project file, yoink, right here for Black Swan. But what I actually wanted to show you was Kilohertz just put out a anniversary pack for the 2nd anniversary of Phase Plant, and it's actually my first time having official presets in a synth. So that's pretty cool, right? So I just wanted to show you some of them. I'm really excited. So We have and by the way, Faceplant is a really cool synth. It took me a long time. I think I was just really intimidated by how limitless the possibilities were. But I just finished teaching a 5 week program with She Knows Tech, where I taught 15 really awesome ladies and female identifying persons how to use this. And they are all in the process of making tutorial videos for kilohertz, and they supported this project. They've also been super supportive of a lot of other stuff. They've done contests with us before. So shouts out to them for being such an awesome company, like just really caring and interacting with their users, and also just making the most bananas synth I've ever seen. What is up to people joining the chat? Please come to Twitch. I love you all, but this is not the place to watch an Instagram. I don't know why so many people join an Instagram, but that's why I have it open. All right, so let's. Everything I do has memes on it. So we have Beefy Chugs, a thick sirloin of bass. Let's see if I can. My latency is horrible because I'm going through this virtual jack thing, so I'm not going to actually like play anything cool because there's like 2 seconds of delay. But yeah, Beefy Chugs, a thick sirloin of bass, features a custom wavetable of my voice, as I often do, as well as like an analog sub that goes with it. And there's a lot of there's some mod wheel playing with the sync of the analog. There is a rhythm macro knob, which basically just does the sync and the phase at the same time. So yeah, and I mean, because I made these patches while I was teaching a class, I definitely had a mission to just see how complicated I can get. So I'm really using like the multi-lane routings from this. I realized, you know what made me make my peace with this after being just sort of overwhelmed was that I do stuff like this all the time, but just outside of synth, right? I use one of the things I always do is Ableton multi-band racks, right? And I usually use this awesome Cleveland plugin called Gaffle, right? That just splits into linked bands. And so then I put like distortion on the mid range, and I'm separating everything. But the thing with Faceplant is it kind of allows you to just build a rack inside your synth. So I don't actually I don't actually need to create, this multi-split because it's actually split within here if I want. I can split it by sending it to different lanes. I can put a multipass inside, which is a multi-band effect. So right now you can see I have like compressors on each of these two bands and a saturator and a comb filter. And I mean, I can get really meta and put another multipass inside of this. It's very Inception like, and that freaked me out too. But I think now it's just funny. So that is Beefy Chugs, and it also has. Let's take the rhythm down. That's a little bit much for this time of night, right? And then we have Tail It, which is my little like super release sustained decay macro to just make it longer. Own It, and then sub kind of just turns it more into like a straight up sub. So yeah, one of the things I really love these days, and actually it was vital that got me into it, was is note modulation. This is like so simple, right? But I used to overlook it all the time because I was like, note modulation, like wow, boring, right? But it's not boring. It actually gives you this physical modeling, like this realistic thing, and you've got note modeling on this filter. This is such an obvious thing, right? As I move notes up the keyboard, the concentration of frequencies changes because that's how pitch works. And this is the same thing as like a dynamic EQ, right? Except it's not actually reacting to an overload. It's just proportionately moving up by the note I'm making. So this, using the multipass and using this actually gave me a bass patch that I do not need to run through this triple effects cleanup thing, which I think is pretty cool. So yes, I know that said no one ever that's actually cool. Pretty cool. Okay, so the next one I have is called Plucky Little Thing. It is a mostly vocal wavetable and noise. So again, I was I was thinking like what is it that I bring to the table that's unique as a sound designer? And I think some of it is, yeah, the fact that I have all these wavetables from my own voice. So I redid all of these using the Kilohertz Wavetable Editor, which has just interesting ways it works with keyframes, so it's different than Serum, or you're not just editing frame by frame, you're actually doing kind of a Premiere type of thing. If you've ever used programs like that, you'll know what keyframes are. And I reprocessed all these wavetables, so I'd like to think they're more interesting. So this is supposed to be a pluck with a little bit of a vocal. So again, there's a little mod wheel action just on the delay. And then there's a little timbre macro, which actually edits this 3-band EQ, the detune of the ensemble, and the quantize. So it's just a little bit of like a mayhem little tonal thing. This, I think I just forgot that I turned it off, so whatever. This one makes it a little more airy, takes some of the body out, and it does that by editing just decay and release. It's really not that complicated. Because, yeah, and I'm a steel drum because I thought that for some reason. Bum, 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 bum. Cool. All right, and then there is Tin Ripples. This is kind of just a little pretty little art pad, and again, you can see I've got like Chaos Oscillator doing a little tiny moves. That's something I said to people already with feedback, doing little tiny moves, right? Making your sounds move a bit more. So we've also got Note Modulation, my new favorite. We have this little transgate, the Disperser. Okay, if anyone has not used the Disperser by Kilohertz, it's a really unique effect, and it's so hard to describe, and it's really hard to explain to people too. But essentially, it is like a stack of all pass filters, and it stacks them and creates delays across a certain band. So it can kind of thicken a sound. It can really alter a transient, and I'll show you kind of just what it's like, and then I'll turn it off. So this one has, again, like this one is actually just more standard wavetables, but with a lot of fun separated by lane effects. So it's kind of got this macro that basically just turns down the transgate in case anyone does not want that little ARP, but I wanted it to start out there because that's where I like it. And then this delay prism, it actually deals with the disperser, like I said, the delay amount, the delay mix on the delay, and the Haas delay. So it's just like a massive delay. And then there's a little mod macro. So that one's all right. Okay, my favorite, best for last. We got freaking snakes in this freaking synth. This one is called Vox Charmer. And okay, I'm not gonna like lie here because we're in my Discord and people are watching. I have to give all the props to this idea to Last Future. Last Future is my dog. Last Future is just someone I've never met who's been on this Discord for a super long time and gives really good feedback. And so I was almost done this patch. I thought I had some cool analog stuff that is being audio rate modulated. So you can see this nasty looking wavetable. And I have the sampler going with this vocal sample, and I just have this little loop. So I gave it to him like this. And it was just one note. And he was the one who said, wouldn't it be cool if you had the mod wheel messing with the sample start? I think that would make it really granular and cool. And I don't know if this would work with any vocal sample, but the original sample is a little riff, like it's a phrase that I sang. And when you start at the end and you scan backwards using this mod wheel in the start, it's so cool. And like doesn't even matter what note, right? So check this out. I'm sorry, that might be one of the coolest patches I've ever made. Thank you so much, Last Future, for giving me that like last push over the edge because that is wild. Like, And this is, again, this is the cool thing about Faceplant. You can modulate so many things that you might not even think of. And that's the biggest challenge I had with this synth, was just trying to be innovative enough, just being like, okay, I can do anything, so what do I do, right? That's why we do all these exercises with limitations, because limitations may give you a place to start. So yeah, this one is audio rate modulating the analog phase and frequency, so it's also giving that weird like wild, right? So those are my new patches that are in the new update of Faceplant. So check it out. They're free. I'm gonna come back and play, I think, a couple more, and we'll just, I know we're getting burnt out on this song, so I'm gonna maybe, yeah, let's just play the Ubi, because I don't think that that one has been played. And then I will let the chat, because my homies have been in the chat, we can pick a couple of our top ones so far as a group consensus that we like the best to play all the way through. Or, okay, good, no more. I was like, this may keep going forever. But the contest, I just like to mention, if anyone is watching this, some people have made tracks in a few hours. Like, the deadline is still pretty much, as far as I can see, like 10 or 11 hours away. So let's check out Ubidisu. actually, we just heard from Corazon, who apparently redid their remix. So I am gonna, yeah, the sidechain. I think maybe that's it. Maybe the sidechain is making it too quiet. That is a good point. No owls. Sometimes when you do a sidechain, you really have to watch your envelope. So many people do the compressor and they never touch the envelope, or they do a volume gate and they don't really shape it, but that is everything. And if your compressor doesn't come back up fast enough, your track is going to be too quiet, right? So let's check out this Corazon redone remix. And they are saying in the Audius chat, I got rid of the sections that were obstructive to the rest of the mix and I added in the Plucks. So my EDMP crew is here. Corazon is in the other Discord, but I'm sure that they can see your feedback. So let's check it out. Absolutely love the violin. It's really beautiful. I hope you continue making beautiful violin music. Yeah, I think maybe like really playing with your beat programming, like something that'd be really cool if you're a live violin player is to like make percussion out of you like hitting the side of your violin and just doing all these percussive things, hitting the upper harmonics. I don't know if I know the right words for this, but just really playing off the textures of your natural instrument. And I would just see how rhythmic you can get with that, because there's just something that's not pulling it together in the middle, and I'm not sure where it started to go out of time. And somebody's suggesting an EDMP to use the wavetable as a modulator of the violin. I think that would be a super cool idea already. So amazing. I'm so confused because I really want to play XC Fusion's track again, and I don't see it in my list. I think my list is bunk. Sorry. And shouts out to Audius, because I think they're having some issues the last few days, because probably they're just like killing it too much. Is what I think. Like the servers are just under heavy load. I've tried to make my new playlist and update it like 5 times, and it just keeps deleting. So I think we just got to be patient and let them upgrade. And this is not good. We've lost XC Fusion's track. This is not fair. I demand a recount. Where has it gone? Are you seeing this? It's like totally not there. This is the one I wanted to. There it is. Oh, it's just way at the bottom. That is not cool. Oh, it's because you go to new mixdown. All right, we're going to listen to XC Fusion's new mixdown.
Outlier, rising from the ashes of his wildfire. first breath. Am I really come to life or just a concept?
Whew. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I mean, for anyone who wasn't watching yesterday, and we also or yesterday, whatever, 2 days ago, it's all blurring together. We also like just didn't get a chance to play some of them because they just got so out of time. So the ones I'm gonna play again are the ones that really change things up. So I'm gonna play this. Oh my god, I still don't know how to pronounce this. I still don't know how to pronounce this. BLTN. This is such a banger, though. This is so insane. All right, are y'all ready for this banger? I am. We're gonna play it all the way through because it's good.
Outlier, rising from the ashes of the skyfire. Am I just a token of the burning desire? Everything is on the beat. Couldn't see it coming. Just a nothing here in space-time. Accidental by design.
16 from Belgium, and they've been practicing for 2 years. I'm gonna cry. Why? Why do I bother getting up in the morning? What is my future? I'm having an existential crisis, but it's a really good one. I don't know. Okay, and also this hypertraffic one is like slaps. I don't even know. This is like some rock and roll, like I don't even know. I'll forgive them for having the slightly similar intro. Or we'll maybe skip through because we're not going to be unfair here. We're skipping through this. But check out this.
On the edges of outliers, rising from the ashes of wildfire. Am I just a token of a burning desire? In the black senses are gone. Signal beyond black that carries on. Tears are calling us with my first breath. Come to life or just to go and say am I running in the darkness with truth so empty? All I know is I'm bleeding. Am I just an orphan here in space-time? Accidental by design. In the black senses are gone. Signal beyond black that carries
halfway because it's really long, but we got like maybe to about here, and he said the second half is really dope. So basically Nathaniel just does like everything. He's pretty awesome, and he made this kind of disclosure.
rising from the ashes of this wildfire. Am I just a token of the burning desire?
I've only managed to eliminate like, let's put it this way, there's 31 that have made it to round two. That was not a very good round one cutting, and that's just simply because everyone's so good. All right, since nobody really wants to know anything about sound design and no one wants to watch my video, I'm going to cry quietly to myself and I'm going to keep playing these because that's what people are enjoying. But seriously, this is just as fun for me, and I know some people missed them, and I know we were really in a rush the other day. So another one that's been sitting at the top, and I guess this is sorted by favorites. This IRSL one is super tight as well. Like, again, thank you so much, everyone, and I really would love to have downloadable copies of these to play and share. I love you all so much. So let's.
Am I just a token of the burning desire?
I think we need to clean our ears because, like, I don't care how much you love the song. I love the song too, but we gotta, yeah. So yeah, there I have my effects on. I can do anything live. So I think what might be cool is I've shown some of the other tracks before live, but how about I just kind of do them live? So I can show you like the visual of each of the NFTs that I have on OpenSea actually has another animation that goes with it, that goes with the thing. So I thought it might be cool. I could either just play you the track with the animation, or I could actually sing some of them live. So there are some really cool ones. Here's the animation for, you know what? I'm just gonna play it for you. And maybe would it be more interesting for me to do it, or to just show you the completed song or sing along with it? I could do some karaoke. Oh, I don't even know what to do. So there's basically there's 4 different NFTs that are still art that actually have just one currency. So these are the first song, the Black Swan that you all remix. It is mostly Bitcoin. It is mostly made with Bitcoin, even though it has all 4 of the tracks have all of the 4 currencies, but each of them kind of focuses on a different one. And so Genesis Block, the second one, focuses more on Ethereum. So
we got zero left to prove. I can't help but fall for you.
So I found Ethereum to be like super light and kind of like airy and it's funny because it really is because of the nature of the waveform. Like Ethereum tends to kind of go up and down and up and down. It doesn't really like spike up the way that Doge does because it's so memey. So it has a more like grainy texture to it. So here I'm going to play the animation, I guess, that goes with Genesis Block, which is the second. So Black Swan is the crazy event, right? This is where the avatar is born into the blockchain chaos. She doesn't know who she is. And Genesis Block is where she actually discovers like joy and hedonism and all those like delicious things about humanity and indulging oneself. And so I'll play you the song that goes with it, and I'll let the animation kind of loop and just give us a little break. So this is song 2, and this is Genesis Block. that's the second song. Glad y'all like it. There are four songs, and they're gonna be coming out. Oh my gosh, I would love to have remix competitions for all of them. Stop, that'd be so cool. So I'll keep playing a few more because I know people are really into it, and I think it's good like coffee beans for your ears every once in a while. So I'll play the other two, which are made with mostly Uniswap and Doge, Eclipse Attack, and Atomic Swap. And again, if you were watching me on Instagram, please come into Twitch. So yeah, so there's another. We are going through the top ones now. We've pretty much gone through almost all of them. So I think this one by Luke Markham is super neat. This is the only one. Luke, I know you're in the server because I stalked you. This one really reminds me of this super classic sound. A lot of you might be too young to remember this, and I know I make myself sound 80, but I swear in rave years I am like 80. But Luke really did this like vintage jungle sound that's so pretty and still also has this wonky modern sound. It's really cool. So let's check that out.
Outlier, rising from the ashes of this wildfire. Am I just a token of a burning desire? Am I everything you thought it'd be? Couldn't see it coming. Am I just an orphan here in space time?
So classy, Luke.
Accident or by design? In the black swan, senses are gone. Signals beyond. In the black swan, that carries on and on. Tears are calling us with my first breath. Am I really come to life or just a concept? Am I running in the darkness with truth so empty? Falling for some meaning. Am I just an open air in space-time? Accident or by design? In the black swan, senses are gone. Signals beyond. In the black swan, that carries on. In the black swan, senses are gone. Signals beyond. That carries
Wow, that one's fire, fire, fire. Absolutely. Like I'm just again, I'm so impressed by everything. So, hmm. Holding on. Oh. So, What shall we do next? I'm feeling very soothing. It's like soothing a clock. It may be that time of day. It may be time to do a little something. So what shall we do? We could play a few more. We're getting close. Mm, oh, oh, oh. So someone on Instagram requested a little singing live, so let me do a little mini thing. I can't imagine it sounds great in the built-in mic on my phone, but maybe I'll just give you the benefit. Maybe you're watching on Twitch too. So, oh, 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 no, oh, 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 in the black swan, senses are gone. In the black swan, that carries oh, am I just a token of your burning desire? Ooh, am I everything you thought I'd be? Should have seen it coming. Am I just an orphan here in space-time? Accident or by design in the black swan. Senses are gone. Signal beyond black swan. Life carries on and on. Cold air, tears are falling eyes with my first breath. Ooh, am I really come to life or just a concept? Am I mining in the darkness for truth so empty? Fumbling for some meaning. Am I just an orphan here in space-time? born by design in the black swan. The senses are gone. Signal beyond black swan. Life carries on and on, on and on and on. There you go. Shouts out to Michelle and Hobbs who requested that. Yeah. So yeah, if you didn't know, I'm just a little weirdo machine. So if you ask it, I will probably do it. So yes, super stoked out to what's up, Brightech? I was checking out your remix earlier. Some nice stuff. Happy to everyone joining the chat and hanging out. We are going through some of the top remixes, and yeah, I thought people would get bored, but it turns out that people are just as enthralled as me. So we're gonna play something a little different too, a little more classic. This No Owls remix. I know the homie No Owls has been hanging out in the chat. Has been saying this has got like a really great burial vibe to it. Such a nice atmosphere. Let's check it out.
Tears are calling us with my first breath. Am I really come to life or just a concept? Am I
just puts me in the most beautiful world. Wow, wow, that's like some transcendental stuff here. Um, and, and okay, I wasn't gonna play that one next because it's such a mood change. But this one is killer too. But it's a very, very left turn from what we just heard. So if you were meditating, get prepared to not be doing that. Discord. Yeah, it's done. That's all I'm gonna say. All right, I'm gonna shut up now. What just happened? Like literally what? Okay. Someone that I see online, let's see if we can get them to come in and hang out, is Cord Cutter. Also some quality here. tasty, that is tidy, and that is a loud freaking ambulance that just went by my window. So I'm going to do a little coffee beans, and I'm going to play another song from the EP. And so let's see. Eclipse Attack. So the still NFT for this looks like this, and this is the one that's made out of mostly Uniswap. And it's funny because Uniswap, the icon is a little unicorn. It's supposed to be this utopian place where you can swap peer to peer all these different cryptocurrencies. That'll be another thing that we're going to talk about on future episodes of Cryptowaves. Which again, I'm going to plug a little bit for those of you who may have not heard. We are turning this into a show. I'm going to be doing this with Stakes, the company who helped me to make this whole NFT project, and we're going to be doing these little shows that are fun ways to kind of explore crypto and finance and make friends and design sounds and make music and all this tasty stuff. So Eclipse Attack is the only like non-vocal track. It's pretty raging, and this is the part. This is the part as a human, right, where you've just discovered joy, you just discovered life was fun, and now you just discover when life isn't fun, when people basically alienate you, when you feel so alone. So that's why she's changed, and this is what Uniswap sounds like. Especially. And so the animation that comes with it also kind of goes with this hollow, trapped, aggressive sort of feeling. And so I am going to loop this one while I play the song. So this is Eclipse Attack. It's the third track from the Cryptowaves EP, and it's Cryptowaves. I can't talk right now. And it's made with mostly Uniswap, but also all four currencies. love that part. That's my little cinematic movie there. Yeah, did a lot of weird granular processing. I had so much fun with that one. So that's the third track on the album, and that's the conflict, in classic hero's journey type of storytelling. And this is the point where she has to face being alone. And in Eclipse Attack, oh, by the way, I forgot to explain what a Genesis block was. So the Genesis block, the previous track, the Genesis block refers to the first piece of blockchain ever made, like the first piece of Bitcoin. Eclipse Attack is this really crazy thing that was super allegorical to me for life. And in Eclipse Attack, basically a hacker builds these walls around you. So you think that you're mining, you think that you're going out there and you're getting your crypto and you're doing your thing, but you're actually inside this prison, these fake walls, so to speak. And like, I don't know about you, and maybe this is super angsty to say, but I've definitely spent a lot of my life wondering if I'm in like actually real and existing, or whether I'm living inside some sort of weird fake Truman Show style prison. And it really struck a chord with me. So I was kind of thinking about this digital avatar inside the blockchain and being shut inside this prison and mind I don't know if this is a wholesome thing. I'm a teacher now, so I feel like I can't swear on stream. But basically like a mind game, right? Making you think that you can't do anything, you're trapped, and yet you can. So, and yeah, as somebody mentioned, I don't know why this has just happened to my Discord. There's the overlays. There's this weird object thing. I'm sorry, I don't know what happened. It just went wonky at some point and it's not coming back. I think it has to do with the plugin. But yeah, so yeah, in the Eclipse Attack, they basically shut you in and you just are locked. You can't do anything and all your data is going to them. So that is basically that chapter where she discovers herself and asserts who she is and just screw this. I'm going to break out of this. And in the end, she finds that she can just push open the door and she walks out into outer space, which is where the end of that is. Cool. So let us go through a couple more before we go. I want to get Young Scrimmage in here. Is Young Scrimmage, because he's got the most popular one right now, and he's actually somebody I know from a different Discord. But we'll play his in a bit. I'm actually going to play Ken's again. It's Ken's birthday. Ken's amazing. Ken is another one of the OG members of this Discord, and Ken is great. So let's hear his.
Rising from the ashes of this wildfire. Am I just a token of a burning desire? Tears like falling us with my first breath. Am I really come to life or just a concept?
I really, really like that one's got some nice smooth 420. 420 blaze it. Cool. So I'm gonna keep, yeah, there's so many good ones here, and I'm really happy that I had a little more time now to go through and give them what they deserve because I really, really appreciate all the effort that all of you have made, and I honor it and I see it because I definitely know what it is to take to make a track and how stressful it can be. Oh, we got Young Scrimmage. Hey, sweet. All right, so I'm gonna play the Eat Meat Leet remix first, and then we can finally play yours. You're a bit of a celebrity in this remix competition. It's good to see you. So let's check out Eat Meat Leet. Best artist name ever.
Outlier, rising from the ashes of this wildfire. Am I just a token of a burning desire? token of a burning desire. Am I everything you thought to be? Am I just an orphan here in space-time?
All right. Wow, that was such a nice late night evening vibe from Eat Meat Elite. Now we got the celebrity of the hour. We actually got Young Scrimmage in the place, and Young Scrimmage has been the really, really cool story. I actually met Young Scrimmage in another Discord about crypto and just asked him to do a remix and just knocked it out in a few hours and has, first time on Audius and has really gotten a ton of favorites. So it's really, really cool. So let's check it out. I love this like dreamy vibe.
In the black senses are gone. Signals beyond. In the black that carries on and on. Outlier, rising from the ashes of this wildfire. Couldn't see it coming. Am I really just an orphan here in space-time? Accident or by design? Am I running in the darkness with truth so empty? Something for some meaning. Am I just an orphan here in space-time? Accident or by design? In the black senses are gone. The signals beyond. In the black that carries on and on. In the black senses are gone. Signals beyond. In the black that carries on.
Big shouts out to Young Scrimmage, first time on Audius and just killing it with the favorites. And yeah, so I kind of just want to just recircle back. I know there's people here that weren't here at the beginning, and some people didn't hear maybe how this is going to be judged. And as always, I try to do a totally fair, not just done by me, not just done by upvotes, not just done by some behind the scenes process you don't see, but basically representing the sort of three pillars of this competition, which is the two parts of EDM production. If for those of you who may or may not know, we come from the EDM production subreddit, which is a huge place, and we are the Discord. So we have three judges, or well, there's me, of course. There are two other judges representing EDMP Discord, and that would be Admiral Bumblebee, our grumpy dad, and tech expert extraordinaire, and Rags. awesome producer, rapper, and mod. From the Reddit side, we have Dark Cat, also an amazing, amazing artist. I am so psyched the Dark Cat is on board to judge. And we have Adam, who is another mod from the Reddit side. And then from Audius, we have Michael, also from Future Collective, and Maxwell, Discord mod. So basically, we are going to get it down to a top 10, and they are then going to have an event in the Audius Discord live with you, with the community, and we are all going to then vote in real time on our favorites in the 10. So in the end, the winner will be decided partially by all of us, which is just how I like to do things. So yeah, super stoked that it's going to be done that way. And I'm going to play, before I get to another one, I'm going to play you the last track off the album, which is called Atomic Swap. And an atomic swap is basically just a peer-to-peer transaction. All the stuff you do on Uniswap, if you do crypto, where you can just trade one token for another, that is an atomic swap. That didn't used to be possible. And in the landscape of our hero's journey, we have so this is the Doge one, and this is a piece that goes with it that's made only with Doge, which, as I said before, because it has such a sharp chart, it's really sparkly. So everything sounds sparkly. So this is the final chapter. This is where she realizes that she can do things. She can connect with, one with the universe, one might say. Nothing is standing in her way. So it's really bouncy, it's super fun, and it's a fun little ending to this story, feeling true love and connection. And in this world, in this crazy space sort of place, this is represented by the jungle and greenery and life, and that's kind of crypto versus the traditional financial system. So this is the last track, and this is very kind of out of character for me. I don't really make funky or housey stuff, but I've been kind of just feeling super happy. And right now, to be honest with you, I live on the Mediterranean coast in Spain, and I've been spending as much time as I can outside, and I think this is a product of that. So this is Atomic Swap.
sky. These vibes run high, diverging from my spaces. Relay my soul, new protocol. We are the validators, connecting this atomic swirl. Connecting this atomic swirl.
So yeah, that's the last track on the album. Yeah, and those are going to come out over the next few weeks. I'll probably be minting them as NFTs on Catalog. And there is an NFT of this music video. I think I'm going to play one more. I'm going to play this Exit K one. I don't think we've played that one again. That's a pretty good one too. And then yeah, and then I think I'm going to play the final video, which still hasn't really been shown, and I'll keep a little cam on, and I would love for those of you who participated in the chat to see what you think, because honestly, this is like my really special. This is my first time making NFTs, and I just wanted to make this world come to life. So I got Sauce Monster AV to make this 3D animation. I had a motion capture suit and some other fun stuff. So this is a whole world. Thank you so much for being part of it, everyone. We're going to listen to one more of this Exit K, and then I am going to play the music video. And then I'll probably sign off because it's almost midnight here in Spain and I got lots of stuff to do. But yeah, Exit K, shouts out. This is a good, solid one too. And so much great work from everybody. I don't know how I'm going to do it. I'm really glad I have 6 other people to help me because definitely would not be able to decide.
From the ashes is wildfire. Am I just a token of a burning desire? Am I everything it's gonna be? Couldn't see it coming.
nose off, honestly, for that. And so thank you, everyone. And yeah, so we are going to check out the video, and I really hope that all of you will come hang out in the chat and tell me what you think. And yeah, this is the final one. Like I said, this has only been shown on a screen at the release party. So yeah, I hope you enjoy. Hold on. Let me figure that out. All right. We are going to have to start this a couple times. Rising from the ashes of this wildfire. Am I just a token of the burning desire? Tears like falling nuts with my first breath. Am I really come to life or just a concept? Side Thank you. Thank you so much, everybody. It's been such a blast hanging out with all of you and getting to know so many of you. And thank you so much for entering the contest. There's still some time. I expect probably a few more will come in, but as of now, we have 49 entries, and so many of them are so good. And it's going to be a little bit crazy. So I think we're going to sit there for about a week, get it down to our top 10, and then we will reach out and have an event for all of you again. And it's so good. For those of you who have joined the Discord, please reach out if you haven't got one already. There's a special spotlight competitor role. Really, really fun to just see who has entered and, like I said, get to know all the different personalities and genres and learn from each other. That is the core of what I love to do is build these communities and be a part of it. Thank you so much to Audius for hosting this competition. Thank you so much to Stakes. They are the company behind this whole project, the reason that this was able to happen. I really, really couldn't have done it without them. So look up staxe.io if you're curious. They do tokenized events and full on productions. And also thanks to Kilohertz for being so supportive. And again, check out the Phase Plant Anniversary Pack with my patches in it and look forward to hearing the other people's patches in it, actually. And yeah, thanks to all of you, most of all, for giving me your time and your creativity and entering this. It's been super beautiful. I hope you have a good night if you're in Europe like me, or day if you are in North America or somewhere else, wherever you may be.